Hello and welcome back to Broken Sword 5. We are still in London and we followed to this fine art restoration guy Hobbs to find out more information after having been at I can't remember his name, some Russian guy, bloody hell, something with M and ski, I think, at the end. Medovsky? Was it Medovsky? I can't remember. We found a couple of hints that it might... I mean, we already kind of knew there was an inside job with the painting. But we still don't know why and how and all. And I kind of don't think that he would commit this kind of insurance fraud because, I don't know, he seems to be already quite rich. You know, look at the house, look at the gardener, although the gardener is the murderer and thief, as we've kind of figured out. We didn't see the tattoo yet, but very likely the body fits, the way he talks kind of fits. And he has quite expensive art at his house, so there must be something else, I believe, not just the insurance fraud. Okay, so now we're at this junkyard of a restoration workshop. And
I wouldn't have been able to break the chain or the padlock.
And I guess we will have to do all the things again, and Nico's just standing there and not trusting us.
Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes.
Dubious. All right. What?
George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Absolutely.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered.
Uh-huh.
Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
I wouldn't.
Any failure to comply and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
Extraordinarily rendered. Lovely.
That was Navet. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
You got it.
To be fair, it's just about you, George. Nico doesn't have to. He just said you specifically. Otherwise, he would have had to call her as well, you know. Just saying.
The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
Likely.
The hood was definitely stuck.
Okay, what do we have here? Give me the whiskey.
Slosha. Not a sound. The horn wasn't working. I decided to leave the handle
Why?
alone.
You would get some attention with that.
I'd need the keys to start the engine. I had no reason nor any desire to steal Hobbs's van.
You bet. Horn doesn't work. Guess it's just about the whiskey then.
The large dumpster was full of garbage.
No kidding.
Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid,
Why?
unless I had a great reason to do so.
See? And you want to jump from there over to the balcony.
There was a light on up above, and I could hear music playing. Someone had to be home. It was Hobbs's mailbox. There was a note hanging out.
Yeah, what was the
For a
note?
second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won.
Good for you. Okay, let's have a look at the...
I decided to open the letter.
Obviously, otherwise you wouldn't have taken
Dear
it.
Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures.
Interesting. Oh.
This could come in useful.
Oh. Am I becoming... I'm not becoming George, am I? Oh boy. I said interesting at the same point in time. I'm George. Hello, my name is George Stobart. Fun fact. I started out with more of an American sort of way to talk. And, I don't know, shortly after school, nobody's home. I mean, not
I don't
listening.
think Hobbs can hear us.
Yeah. And I don't know, I never really liked the American way of talking, like accent-wise and all. It's just a, matter of preference. There's nothing wrong with it, obviously. So I actually taught myself to do more of a British sort of thing. Now I'm completely unable to go into American accents. I don't know how I ever did it. No idea. And it just, feels awkward. But now you know why you have to climb up
Climbing
there.
drain pipe.
Yeah, but you can't. You have a reason. You have to go there. Can I throw something? Give me something to throw.
Nico?
What's up?
The lights are on, but nobody's answering.
Maybe
Call
they
him.
can't hear you knocking. We could try some other way of attracting their attention.
Call him? Surely you have...
The letter advised Mr.
Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. So we could throw the whiskey onto the car, set it on fire, have the car burn down, and he's still not noticed. Maybe he get a whiff of the fumes. Some other way to get his attention. Want some whiskey, Nico? Get you all riled up.
Fancy a drop, Nico?
George, have you ever known me to drink whiskey?
Guess not.
There was definitely someone home.
Yeah, but... maybe we could throw the coin. But
That would be pointless.
exactly. I know. Throw it
That
in.
was never going to work.
Why not? We could throw it in there and set it on fire.
That was never going to happen.
Why? Think a little bit out of the box, George. Just think a little bit out of the box. There's a drain pipe. Can we open the door with the...
Picking the lock wasn't an option.
Okay. Not that it would have worked, but we could pick the ignition. You know, have the motor running, which is probably louder than the knocking. Especially with this old thing. So, how about we do this?
If only I'd hung out with the cool kids at school, I'd have learned how to hotwire a truck.
Bonnet
I
catch.
popped open the van's hood.
Oh.
The engine was held together by rust and dirt. Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the horn hadn't made a noise. Neither hornpipe was connected to either the battery or the cab.
Okay, wiring loom. Engine block. Battery terminal.
A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. None of the wires were connected to anything. A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. Many of the wires seemed to lead nowhere. It was the van's engine. I didn't really have any reason to sabotage it. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it. A loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn. A bundle of wire.
Clearly, I can't. What if I pulled
I needed
them?
a better idea.
Okay. That's what I thought.
It was the van's engine. It was the van's engine.
Mm-hmm.
It was the van battery. I needed to hook this up to the horn somehow.
Okay. Considering these are too short, let's take a few cables from the junk then. Just remember that he said
I
there
have
was
found
cables.
just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire.
There's probably a lot more of that.
The engine bay was a mess.
We already had that. Okay, long
I
wire.
used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
Yes. And then you use another one. And what about this? No. Much better. You should use
I
that.
connected the wires.
Correct. And then go with this. Can't I? Okay, it's... Okay, then I'm short a cable. Then I'm short a cable. Because that doesn't work. I'm short a cable. Come on.
The large dump. A pile of paint, wire, and other junk.
I mean, surely that doesn't work, because the horn doesn't have power.
The horn wasn't working.
Correct. Oh, what? Oh, did he just say cable? And I didn't
Nothing else
notice.
of interest in the junk. There was nothing else. A pile of...
I mean, I don't have a cable.
Nico had suggested that we needed to attract...
Lovely. She could go looking for a cable.
I wouldn't have been able...
There was nothing else. Lovely.
A pile of paint, wire, and other junk.
Yes.
There was nothing else of interest in the junk.
How about to get some wire? I don't have anything. Because I don't think the...
That was never going to work.
Wouldn't it make more sense to hook this up to the battery? What am I going to do with 2 wires? Like, I can take that away.
Nope. I needed to try something else. There was already a wire connected to that terminal. I snipped the wire.
There we go.
The wire was just... I connected the wires from the cab. Everything was wired
There
up.
we go.
The horn had power.
I knew it had something to do with the nail clippers. I just didn't... It didn't click that the two wires were kind of intertwined.
I figured that should get...
Oh, hopefully.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now what are you doing in my yard?
Let me see...
Sorry to bother you again, Mr. Hobbs, but...
Again.
Well, that could have gone better.
He's not exactly the friendliest of characters.
I'm gonna give him the whiskey and then he's our friend.
I decided to give him...
For crying out loud, will you leave my van alone?
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs. He probably wouldn't care.
Why? It's his!
Hello there. We'd like to discuss some restoration work with you.
Then make an appointment. I'm busy.
This Hobbs guy doesn't
There must be some angle we can use to talk our way inside.
Oh, The letter!
I decided to give...
The letter!
You two again? What is it this time?
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up.
There we go. Doesn't look half as bad, though.
About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
Oh,
And
well.
that's for you, darling. No need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best belly pock floozy.
What?
That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio.
Bottles. Portfolios there.
I didn't want to play around with the negligee.
Why?
Those days are long gone.
Okay.
But I wondered who it did belong to.
can't go there because he's like he sees that.
Hi, what do you think you're doing?
Exactly.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to take a look at some of your pictures. You're very good.
I know, and that portfolio is private. I'm not paying you to gawp around my studio. Get your blooming clothes off!
Sorry.
Okay, then.
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont. Oh, my. You're...
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself en pelotas. Now,
Okay.
George, don't be shy.
Piermont,
Come here
Piermont.
and give me a big hug.
And a
That
smooch.
day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on lavender.
Piermont.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
From the first game, right? The woman on the piano. Yeah!
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life, in every way.
It's cold. If I'd open the door, it's not gonna be warmer. Let's have a look at the stereo.
Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years. The record had stopped. It was Jasmine Breeze by the Hairy Lobsters.
How do I know the Hairy Lobsters? Why does that name ring a bell?
I turned the volume up a few notches. I turned the volume down again. I turned the volume up a few notches. Hobbs seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams. Burns, Dick, Rand. Hobbs liked his literature heavy and paranoid.
Can I pour you some whiskey, sir?
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
Oh, don't mind if I do.
He has a deadline to... Oh, thermostat. There we
Excuse me, Mr.
go.
Hobbs.
Oh, what do you want? You're supposed to be sprawled naked on that rug with the family jewels out.
Yeah, well, about that. Could I just ask you a couple of questions first?
Blow me. A model who's shy and chatty. It must be my birthday.
Happy birthday, then.
But I thought you were a restorer, but you're working on this painting from scratch.
Well, yeah. Look, some clients want a painting that they don't own, restored from scratch, if you know what I mean.
Copied.
No, I
Copied.
Don't worry, sunshine. Ignorance is bliss.
How long have you been using Lady Piermont as a model?
Using her? I can't get rid of her.
Oh, boy.
I hear you did the restoration of that painting that got stolen recently in Paris?
I might have. It's a fine piece. You can smell the pain in every brushstroke.
Yeah, about this naked sprawling...
Oh, what's up? Afraid of the shrinking effects of a cold warehouse?
No, it's just...
First time? Little embarrassed? Well, if it helps, we can all get naked.
No, definitely not.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Let the monkey see the nuts.
We had a saying in the Stobart family. If a job's worth doing, then do it with your pants on.
Life lessons from the Stobart family.
I know a Russian called Medovsky.
You know Medovsky?
Of course.
Everyone in the London art scene knows Medovsky.
And everyone in the London art scene who likes their kneecaps knows when to keep their trap shut.
Yeah, let's pull up the heat a little bit.
Hey! Leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
Sorry. I turned the thermostat down again.
Hey, stop meddling with that. The power's ropey enough as it is.
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system.
So thermostat and then go up to the elevator.
Hey! I've told you.
Yeah, but you turn it down again. Oh, we got him trunk. Okay. I didn't even notice. And
I wondered what was behind the door.
okay, so we blow the fuse, and maybe he's just dazed enough to he can't notice the rumbling and the flickering, and he's already flickering. Yeah, that's about it.
Hey! I've told you don't.
Oh, he wants more. He'll get more. Being a little bit more distracted by being a little bit more wobbly.
How about another whiskey? That's smashing. Pour away.
So do we need to wait, or he's gonna take a sip when we distract him shortly, right?
Hey! I've told.
Yeah. Give another one. Until he doesn't notice anymore.
Hey! I've told.
I mean, can we get him more drunk? I mean, he could pass
How about
out.
another whiskey? That's smashing.
I don't think... I have a... Oh, wait a second. What if we switch off the music? Switch on the thermostat. Ah, damn it. He'll hear the rumbling, though. But maybe the lights don't flicker then. Oh, they do. Oh, not as much. Enough, though.
Hey! I've...
Rap. Oh, have her do the thermostat.
Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
Damn it.
Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
Hold your horses, will you? We could chat in the pub once I've finished this.
Hobbs was really drunk. It was a shaky old elevator that would once have lifted goods between the floors.
At least there's a stool to stand on.
I wasn't gonna mess.
Why not?
I didn't need to sit. It was
It's time for action.
I had no need to walk out onto the balcony.
Yeah, that's the one that... Yeah.
Wary of any more life-changing surprises, I decided against exploring behind the screen.
Okay. See?
Hey!
Okay, that's clearly not gonna work.
Look, pal, I know
Oh.
it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heating.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
Now I get why he's
turned
drunk.
the thermostat up as far as it would go.
Because,
I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my...
yes, it can, George. He's drunk. You're gonna do that. The fuse pops. He tries to get on the stool. He topples over. We have time to look at the portfolio. That's how it goes. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. Come on. And pop.
Oh, you! Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
The elevator on its own wasn't going to blow the power.
Again. We already turn up the thermostat. Can we get the volume higher then? I don't know, otherwise.
I turned the volume down a bit. I turned the volume up a few notches.
Okay, headphones don't make sense. Is there only the stereo?
I'd better not touch...
Not alone. Then maybe there's something over there. George, would you mind? Oh, of course you have to do that on that side. And there's nothing? There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Okay. Doesn't make sense to exit, does it? Oh, it does. Okay. Is there something... Like a drain pipe doesn't make sense. There's nothing we can... on need to power from the outside. And you don't want to go for the fuse box.
I wasn't going to mess around with...
Exactly.
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
Can you keep a secret, Lady Piermont?
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
You see that portfolio by Hobbs's table? We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart.
Oh, that's why the music.
Just give me the nod and I'm putty in your hands.
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Young men, George. So many have lost their way. I try to guide them best I can.
Do you know anything about a stolen painting called La Malediction?
Oh, is this another of your adventures,
Yes.
George?
Oh, yes.
How delicious. My heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Wilf?
Mum's the word, Georgie.
Who's Wilf?
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Wheresoever a bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
I guess.
That's all for now.
So,
Hobbs had loosely sketched a young couple and an elderly lady sitting next to an overturned picnic basket. The three characters were naked. Behind them, two men in suits were chatting. Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
All right, mate.
Hobbs was really drunk.
I told you.
I'm sorry.
I mean, sure, we...
So how are we gonna get a peek inside that folder?
Perhaps your lady friend over there could help.
Lady Piermont? Well, she has many, assets, but subtlety isn't one of them.
Who said anything about subtlety? We need to distract Hobbs, and she's certainly distracting. No, excuse me, but you're casting a shadow.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, put the lift down. Have her hop onto it. It has to work more. Not that it would matter for such a contraption.
Oh, you. Get down from...
The elevator on its own.
I mean, sure, it has to be the combination of these two.
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George.
Lady
Okay.
Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling. What do you need? Subterfuge? Legerdemain?
No, just stand on the elevator.
Actually, I just need you to step on that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course. Is this good, George, darling?
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
Surely, it shouldn't make that much of a difference, but sure. Like, the contraption itself is already, I don't know, multitude of times heavier than she is. Up. Guy's pissed.
Now was my chance. It was one of Hobbs' sketches. More of Hobbs' sketches. The model looked familiar. Impressionist sketches. Well, it wasn't La Malediccio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros. There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck are you doing with those? They're private papers.
Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. What the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of La Malediccio.
I told you I just restored it. That's what I do. Restore paintings.
And these sketches?
Studies done during the restoration. Nothing more. I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
He knows him.
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can, but this mess is way above my pay grade.
How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The surf is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext, a lot of symbols.
Tell me about the symbols in La Malediccio.
Very Christian, deeply religious, but not exactly orthodox.
The sort of thing that would upset a priest? There was one at the gallery telling everyone how evil it was.
As I said, it's not exactly orthodox, and the church can be very touchy about orthodoxy. Especially now they can't just burn anyone they disagree with.
We have reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Malediccio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
You'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Medovsky mention him?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them, or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here.
No.
And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
Can we talk about this?
We have a critic to interrogate.
Let's just let it on the
Someone's
lift.
lying, but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
Oh, both of them.
Painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Navet's reconstruction.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Navet?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask him about the provenance.
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Taxi?
She doesn't have to be there for the reenactment. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Let's go to the gallery then.
Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, I could see lots of activity. Navet preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt. Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Navet.
Yeah. That's gonna be hard.
Sir, I already tried starting it up. I think it's broken.
Nonsense, Moo. This machine has the power of 10 investigators.
But investigators never fail to start up, sir.
Pessimism is duly noted, Moo. But have faith. This machine will analyze the scene, compute the data, and deduce everything for us. The location of the second shooter will be a mystery no more.
Second shooter.
One moment.
Second shooter.
A marvel indeed, sir. Though at the moment it is kaput.
Your pessimism has obviously infected the circuitry, Moo.
Oh, of course.
Let me think for a moment.
If I could just...
Shh. Eh bien, Moo, now try realigning the laser matrix.
Sir, I have no idea what that is.
Move over, Moo. Now, let me see. Oscillating reverberator? Check. Refraction spectrometer? Check. Now, what can I do?
How about you plug it in?
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, it's only you. Glad you could finally make it.
Inspector, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Oh, yes? I shall be the judge of that.
I think I know who the killer is.
Really?
Yep, he's a gardener called Shears living in London.
Yep.
Fascinating. And the good news?
We don't need to do your reconstruction.
You joke with me, Monsieur Stobart.
It's not a joke. This guy Shears was working for a Russian ex-mobster. It's all part of a highly complex fraud.
Gardeners, KGB, fraud. You are a fantasist, monsieur. And I have no time for fantasy. Reality is my suitcase, as you Americans say. Now, stand over there and keep out of trouble until the others arrive.
The
What are
others.
we waiting for?
Mademoiselle Collard and Father Simeon, please. I am very busy.
Okay.
Ah, Moo, a clever choice. But no cigar for you. Try the red.
Oh.
Mon Dieu!
Well, clearly it's something.
If I pulled the plug out, I'd just get Navet even more worked up.
Exactly!
I decided to bide my time and wait for the right moment.
Can we talk to Lane then?
Lane,
Stobart.
I gather you're the man to ask about the provenance for the painting.
For La Maledictio? Well, you have been busy, haven't you, Stobart?
I'd like to see it.
So speak to Bijou. She took care of the business side of the gallery. The provenance is in the office safe. She has the key.
Lane was a pushover when you had him cornered. Though it looked like Bijou hadn't been completely honest with me after all. I needed to pay her another visit. What's the deal with that device over there?
It's a farce. They've been trying to get it working for hours.
Looks like something out of a 50s sci-fi movie.
It probably is.
I was going to say, that's probably
What do you think of Navet?
The man is a buffoon. I have better things to do than wait for these idiots to get their forensic whatnot to work. The only silver lining is that Navet seems more annoyed than I am.
What do you think of Moo?
Who?
The policeman with Navet.
I assume he's another idiot.
Why's that?
I believe one can tell a man by the company he keeps.
I'll bear that in mind, Mr. Lane. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
probably can't.
Sir, I think we are ready to fire her up.
Yes, Moo, I was just about to say the same thing. Do it. Moo, what have you done?
Pardon me, sir, but I believe it was you who said,
Do it.
This is no time for blame. You have broken the machine.
Mon Dieu.
Is it now to pull the plug so Navet or somebody goes plug it back in?
If I pulled the... I
Yeah,
decided...
but that's the point. man.
Monsieur Stobart, please remain within the main gallery.
Now is the time.
If I pull the plug...
God damn it. I need to leave. I could tell her to go for Iju. The stuff and the key.
Josh?
Nico, how's it going with Ronnie?
I'm avoiding him. He wants to take me off the story. How about you?
This reconstruction is a total waste of time.
I'll be over soon. Just finishing up here. Let me know if anything exciting does happen.
Will do.
See you later.
Okay, so not gonna work. He's gonna stop us from going out though.
Stubborn.
Yeah.
Monsieur Stobart, you will not...
But I just need to...
I'll be coming back.
This is a reconstruction.
No, it's not.
You will remain here until I have concluded my investigations. Do I make myself clear?
Okay.
That'll be days.
I considered making a run for it, but forcing Moo to chase me would have been cruel. And it would have been silly to risk my investigation. Better to play along with Navet and get the reconstruction over as quickly as possible.
Guess we could talk to him and
Inspector Navet,
punch in a few buttons ourselves.
what seems to be the problem?
Monsieur Stobart, if Paris' finest cannot get this very expensive and very complex machine to work, then I doubt if an insurance salesman can...
I'm an insurance assessor, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, la-di-da to you, monsieur.
Oh yeah? Well, la-di-da to you back.
Oh, what a comeback, George.
You are neither qualified nor clever enough to operate such an instrument.
Like us.
Evidently.
What was that, Moo?
I said, unlike us, sir.
Exactly.
Have you been a detective long?
Long enough, monsieur?
Since yesterday.
You've solved a lot of crimes, I guess.
More than you have had hot dinners?
Well, I've had a lot of hot dinners, Inspector.
Oh, yes? How many?
What?
Precisely how many hot dinners have you had, monsieur?
Don't know. Thousands?
You prove my point for me, monsieur. Precision and accuracy are everything.
You truly are a unique and amazing man, Inspector Navet.
Yeah.
I'm glad you are impressed.
I was sure I could get the machine to work if I could just get Navet out of the way.
Like out? Do the plugging thing? Having go there, then he moves there, and then you can... Exactly. Tell him the thing is not plugged in. Then have him go in there,
Inspector
plug
Navet,
it in, tamper with the machine, get it to work.
I know this sounds obvious, but are you sure it's plugged in?
Monsieur Stobart, do you really think I would be so stupid as to not check the fundamentals?
Yes.
We all make mistakes.
No.
What a
He doesn't.
ridiculous generalization, monsieur. Look, I can see from here it's...
Oh.
Ah.
Do you need assistance, sir?
Very funny, Moo. One moment.
That got rid of him. Now is my chance. I was going to have to figure that out quickly.
Damn. I was lucky.
Time to get the show on the road.
I was just lucky. I was just trying to see what does what.
See, Moo, I knew I would get it working.
Absolutely marvelous,
I'm
Navet.
sure that you
Precisely. You knew my superior intellect would win through in the end.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
of course.
Sir, I beg your pardon, but I think there is a teeny snag.
That's tomato. That's not blood.
Go on.
We have no victim.
Good God, Moo. Are you suggesting I kill someone for the sake of this reenactment?
Yes.
No, sir. Just saying we need a body, sir.
Ah, yes. I see. You'll make a detective yet, Moo. I, of course, foresaw this, and I nominate you.
Me? Well, I'm not dead.
Have you ever acted, Monsieur Stobart?
No, yeah.
Well, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I went down a storm playing the lead in Cat on a Felt-Tip Roof last summer.
Oh,
You played the cat?
No.
the roof.
So, not the lead. Half-truths again, monsieur. Nevertheless, here is your chance to play a real lead role.
But he looks nothing like the victim, sir.
Oh, damn it, Moo. Must you find problems all the time? Let me think of a way to make this work.
Relying on Navet's problem-solving skills could mean a long, long wait. I had to find something to make me more like Henri. I'll have a look around. Maybe I'll find something.
Yes, you do that. Verisimilitude is the key, Stobart.
I would say there's a lot of potential in the office, and Nicole could distract him.
Ah, you have arrived at last. Please, make yourselves comfortable. We are just making some last-minute adjustments.
Father Simeon, Nico.
Hi, George.
Welcome to the asylum.
Oh, yeah.
Let me guess. Navet is overjoyed we've solved the case and he's putting us up for an award.
No, himself.
Quite. I told him about Shears and Medovsky. He says it's fantasy.
But that's crazy.
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
so see.
So what do we do now?
Distract him.
Carry on anyway. And nail Medovsky.
What about Navet?
Ignore him.
And this charade?
Get it over with.
The reconstruction? Well, sooner it starts, sooner it's over.
George, what on earth is that machine?
It's Navet's baby. Supposedly, it's going to analyze the crime scene and tell us what happened.
But we already know what happened.
Sure we do. But Navet doesn't.
Quiet, please! How can I concentrate with all this racket going on?
Lane was right. Navet was an idiot.
Yep. But we didn't have to have Lane for that to know, right? That's
The
just...
best place to find Henri's things.
Okay. But he's going to tell us. Please stay in the... Oh, he's not. Okay, cool.
It was a statue of Henri. Some of the stuff must have been collecting dust since the 70s. Yeah, it was certainly nothing of any use.
Oh, lovely. Maybe
It
on
was a
the...
lava lamp.
No,
It was
no,
a
no, I want a desk.
The desk was covered with Henri's junk,
Yes.
and none of it was of any use.
Crap.
It was a battered sofa.
I guess the key needed is that.
I opened the compartment again.
Yeah, that's the key Bijou has, probably.
A 1600cc Type 2 VW camper. The desk was covered with, and none of it was. Henri's notice board was covered with all kinds
Yeah.
of junk. Henri's guitar. Poor man would never play it again.
Oh, he doesn't care anymore. Sofa, telephone, lava lamp, calendar poster. I mean, how can it not be the junk then?
The CCTV camera watched over the gallery, though some of the stuff must have It was a cheese.
Yeah, it was a cheesy love lamp.
The poster was for the calendar looked like a... The desk was covered with Henri's, and none of it was...
Oh, the glasses.
On the head of the statue was a pair of Henri's glasses.
That would help.
Maybe, just maybe, the glasses would make me look like Henri. I needed a better...
Maybe that's enough. Because there clearly wasn't anything else.
It was the pair of glasses.
No idea how to...
found Henri's glasses.
Ah, okay. Never mind.
Stole or found? Never mind. That might just do it. Come on, everyone, into position. I want everyone to stand precisely where they were when the victim died.
This process is ridiculous.
It is.
God moves in mysterious ways, Father.
Navet too.
Indeed. And the devil makes work for idle hands, Mr. Stobart.
Shh! Stobart, you are supposed to be dead. Please be dead more quietly.
I tried to tell Navet the truth about his bloodstain.
Didn't he believe you? You're a man of God.
His faith is in science, Mr. Stobart, not God.
I don't think that's science.
Father?
Yes, my son.
You keep talking about the Gnostics. Who are they?
They are a cult, a warped branch of Christianity that reveres Lucifer as equal to, or perhaps greater than, God.
I can see how that might trouble the Vatican.
The Vatican is the least of your worries. Please be quiet!
Last time we met, you said the stolen painting was evil.
Let me explain. I'm a Dominican, Mr. Stobart. The Dominican order was founded to seek out and destroy heresy.
Why?
Because heresy is evil.
Okay.
For 1,000 years we have fought against heresy. Indeed, our enemies gave us a nickname, the Hounds of God. Dominicanis, Dominican, you see?
Very clever.
Now this painting, the Benedictio, is without doubt heretical.
Whoa, hold on. How can a painting be heretical?
Because it is filled with Gnostic imagery, and Gnostics are heretics.
What kind of imagery?
Evil imagery. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail. Images of false saints, heretical saints.
So you think the painting itself is evil?
It trails murder in its wake, Mr. Stobart.
And murder is police work, monsieur. Silence, please, both of you.
Who are these false saints?
I like it how we just ignore Navet.
Saints, not beatified by the church. They question orthodoxy, lure the unwary down dark paths of forbidden knowledge, and condemn innocent souls to the fires of damnation.
You mean like a Black Sabbath album?
Ha!
The Ouroboros. What exactly is it?
It is a Gnostic symbol. It marks something that is hidden. There are trees illustrated within the Ouroboros. They symbolize knowledge. So the Ouroboros alludes to hidden knowledge. The painting must be destroyed to stop this knowledge being revealed.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first set of results completed. Only 36 more to do. Please remain
What?
in position while we reset the machine. You may relax and talk amongst yourselves.
Like, ugh.
Vade retro satana.
What's the matter?
It is worse than I thought.
What is it? It's just a sketch.
Not just a sketch. The painting.
I wondered if it was something I'd said.
I have to get out of here. Now.
Father Simeon, I forbid you to leave. This is an official investigation.
Don't you understand? A great evil is upon us. The painting is evil.
Who's the guy?
The heretical Gnostics in league with the devil himself.
The devil?
Don't you understand? The tabula veritatis, the tablet of truth. It is real.
And who's that guy?
Well, well, someone is upset. Pressing your witnesses a little too hard, Inspector Navet?
And you are? This is official police business?
Richard Langham, Interpol, serious art theft. We spoke on the phone, Inspector?
Just wanted to say he's probably Interpol.
Yes, sir. You didn't say you would be attending my crime scene.
That's yours.
Exactly is this machine, Inspector?
A little invention of mine, Monsieur Langham. It will compute whose blood this is on the floor.
That's tomato sauce.
Don't worry, Inspector. Perhaps you could move aside? I'm intrigued to see what you're up to.
Ah, of course. It is rather groundbreaking.
Pizza box. It looks like your suspect was a Hawaiian, Inspector.
A Hawaiian? Mon Dieu! Mo! Get onto the Hawaiian embassy
Oh, boy, no.
straight away. There is a surf killer on the loose. Alert the airports and the surf shops.
Sorry, Inspector. I mean, Hawaiian pizza. Your bloodstain is a pizza sauce.
Pizza? Mo! You fool! Forget the surf shops. Get onto the Italian embassy.
Oh, boy.
This has mafia written all over it.
Damn.
Ah, Inspector, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak to your witnesses. And in the meantime, perhaps you should try and get your priest back. Madame Collard, Mr. Stobart, I assume. Can I buy you chaps a coffee?
Langham sounded a little more on the ball. Maybe he'd bring a dose of common sense to the case.
Sounded like it.
So, Inspector Navet brought me up to speed and told me about you guys.
I can guess what he said. But what's your interest in the robbery?
I've been tracking a gang of art thieves for some time, and this looked like a good lead. But Navet is worse than useless. I was hoping you might be able to help.
We're flattered.
Just doing our jobs.
We all are, or at least trying to. So, maybe we can help each other.
Maybe.
I gather you insured the exhibition.
That's right, and we're liable to lose a packet.
Any leads so far?
Maybe. There's a Russian guy called Madovsky who turns out to be the owner of the painting.
Madovsky?
You know him?
Of course he knows him.
Oligarch, oil, art, aluminium. Ex-KGB. Very nasty. You need to be careful.
Oh, I get
Madovsky
that.
is dangerous. He kills anyone who gets in his way.
For a cop, Langham seemed okay. Trouble with doing deals with cops, there's usually a payback down the line. But I figured that'd be a price worth paying to bring down Madovsky.
Maybe.
We found evidence that links Madovsky to the company that installed the security at the gallery.
Interesting.
Indeed.
And one of his men, a guy called Shears, was in Paris on the day of the robbery.
Really?
We also found a letter from someone called Gainan wanting to buy the painting from Medovsky.
Gainan? A name rings a bell? Did you find anything else about him?
No, we were in a hurry.
What about the priest?
Ah, the good Father Simeon. Well, something spooked him, that's for sure.
So I gather.
He kept saying La Maledizio was evil.
Perhaps he's right. It certainly caused evil, hasn't it? I'll take leads from anyone, Mr. Stobart, even a crazy priest. Let's keep in touch.
I have a feeling he's not really an Interpol officer.
Coffee's on me, or rather, on Interpol. Miss Collard, Mr. Stobart.
I don't trust him.
So, George, what do you think?
I don't trust him.
Interesting. He seems to be on top of things.
I agree.
You know, Nico, this could start getting dangerous.
You think Langham's right about Medovsky?
Of course he is.
Well, he appears to be on the ball.
I thought he was cute.
He was English,
Okay.
Nico. They're all cute to you.
Hidden depths, too.
Oh, yeah? What about my hidden depths?
Oh boy.
You
Let's not
showed
talk
me
about
love
that.
long ago, George. Well, I'm off home to write up the story so far. You?
I need to pay Bijou another visit. She's not been completely honest with me.
Well, then let's go there.
Bijou had told me she didn't have anything to do with the business. But Lane said the opposite. One of them was lying.
And here we are back in this street where I guess Henri got his stuff from Sasha's. And we're at the point where we are going to stop the episode, close it out, and go to Bijou next episode. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.